Yo, what's going on? It's Greg Santos. Welcome to another episode of CEO Life. Again, you are the CEO of your life, whether you want to be or not. I was thinking about this concept. What does that mean? What does it mean to have a CEO life? I think if you were to ask anyone, what kind of life do you want to live? I'm sure that probably 99% of people would say I would like to live a life that's on my own terms, or I'm able to do what I want to do. I'm able to spend time with my family. I'm able to spend time with my loved ones, and I live on my own terms. I don't have a job that I hate. I enjoy my work. I enjoy my life, and I'm able to still do activities that I really enjoy doing. I think that's something like a kind of a common answer you would hear if you ask someone, hey, what kind of life do you want to live? And if you think about CEO life, like think about that, where you are in control of your destiny, or you pretty much are the boss. And we all are our own boss, meaning we make our decisions, whether you're employed by someone else, or maybe you exactly, well, that's the example, like maybe you're working under somewhere now, you still have the power and decision to stay there, or if you're looking for something greater, you have the choice to look for something else that's going to be better, or put your time and energy into something that's going to open up more opportunities for you down the line. The thing that's difficult with living a life that you really want to live, a life that's on your own terms, where maybe it depends on what you want. Maybe you want a job, a specific job that's going to help you. Yeah, that's something that you would enjoy doing. Or maybe you actually legit want to be a CEO. Maybe you actually want to have your own business. Well, no matter what route you take, it's going to require a lot of time. It's going to require a lot of energy. It's going to require a lot of humility. It's going to require a lot of learning. And most of all, it's going to require a lot of patience. And depending on what you're looking for, if you have friends or family that may be in that same field, well, luckily for you, you have an advantage to help accelerate that process and that learning curve that you may not have to go through that they had to go through, and luckily you have them as a mentor to help guide you through the journey. But let's say you're in a position where you don't have those mentors. What if the people in your family may not have the kind of life that you're looking for? What if nobody has the life that you're looking for, but you're looking to go about it on your own? Well, that's just fucking tough. But if you're looking for something like maybe you want to own your own business, or you want to live a life that is much different from your friends and family, and maybe you have a general idea as far as what the kind of life looks like, the great thing is, chances are there's someone that's already living the life that you desire to have. Whether if you want to have your own business, open up your own practice, and whatever it is, there are people who have walked that journey already. The beautiful thing about that is they have also, I won't say all of them obviously, but there are most likely there are most likely books out on that subject, on how to go about that, so you can cut your learning curve and you still have some kind of mentor, some kind of guidance to get you from point A to point B. But let's say you're in that journey, right? You're on the path to living the life that you want to live. It's a very difficult path, because at first, let's say we're embarking on this journey, and at first you're motivated. You're like, you know what, I'm making the decision, I'm going back to school, or I'm putting in time, putting in energy, I am ready to work out. Maybe you want a better body, whatever the case may be. It applies to all different kinds of areas of life. But at first you start off on fire, like, let's go, you're super motivated. But what tends to happen as time goes on? Well, especially in today's day and age, with just how we have just dopamine spikes constantly going on with our cell phones, through social media, it's like a fire hydrant of validation that's being pushed through into our brains, where there's just so much dopamine that's constantly being released, and we're just so used to instant gratification, feeling good in the now. I feel that there are That's why people resort to drugs, because they want to feel good now. And that can be a disease. Not a disease, it could be a disadvantage for you. For you to constantly look for that quick fix or that shortcut and not really in the journey for the long run. So what happens is, over time, we may lose that motivation. Maybe you want that six pack, maybe you want to lose the weight, and you start off, on fire, and then over time it kind of dies down. Or maybe you start that business, and at first you're like, let's get it, and you start a website, and you start creating content, and then after a month or so, it tends to die down. What do you do? Well, there are several things that you can do that could help you move a lot further along. So when that motivation does die, you are still taking action to help propel you forward. Okay? There's a few things that you need to understand here. And this is not something that I've made up. This is something that I've taken from one of my mentors. This is something I've taken from Brian Tracy. This is something I take from the retired Navy SEAL Jocko Willink. Not only that, but Joe Rogan. People who have achieved massive amount of success in their field, they all say it boils down to, really, if you want to boil it down to one specific thing, it really boils down to discipline. It's not motivation that's going to get you from point A to point B. Now, keep in mind, motivation is important because it may get you that jump start that you're looking for, but motivation is not something that's going to be substantial for the long term. You're not going to always be motivated to work out. You're not always going to be motivated to sit down and work on your business. You're not going to always be motivated to go and study. But in those moments, you got to be disciplined. So how do you even build this discipline? Well, everything starts with yourself, of course. But to help build discipline, it's really like a muscle. So when you find yourself in a position to where it can be anything, let's say that you need a cook, you need a meal prep for the week, and you don't feel like doing it, or you want to get a workout in, but you don't feel like working out, the best thing you can do is just do it anyway. Because what it's going to do is it's going to start building those neural pathways in your brain that say, listen, this is what I do when I don't feel like doing it. I execute whether I feel like doing it or not. And that's really where we want to be with our lives, is really moving forward and not worrying about or getting shit done, not being so mood dependent. Meaning your mood, your current state on how you feel. Look, I'm fucking sweating. I just took a hot yoga class and I'm still cooling down from it. So just don't mind the sweat on the forehead. But you start to tell yourself, you start to build that muscle in your brain that says, listen, when I don't feel like doing something that's going to be good for me, when I don't feel like doing something that's going to be good for me in the long term, I go out and I do it anyway. And it's just a constant action of doing that. You're not going to receive any kind of instant gratification from it, but you will receive long-term gratification because you actually went out and you did it so many times when you didn't feel like doing it. Okay, so big important one here. Let me just wipe off my sweat here. Big important one is discipline. Another thing that's going to help you out so much, and this is something that I decided to create for myself, is an accountability group. A group of people that may be on the same path as you, or people that are about something, that are working towards something that's going to be more beneficial for them in the long term. There's a lot of people out there who are living in the now and aren't really thinking so much about the future, or people who really fall victim to their circumstances. And that's not what a CEO does. A CEO is aware of their life, and they make decisions that are going to propel their business or their life forward. So find some people that that care about their life, who want something for themselves, who exhibit some sort of desire for education, or desire for a better life, or desire for or even show some kind of discipline. Someone who may be super fit and they have that discipline of working out constantly. You can't get to this peak performance without some sort of discipline or working out on days where you don't feel like working out on. So finding those people and say, hey, listen, let's keep each other accountable. So what are your goals? What do you want to accomplish? Okay, well, you want to get further along in your business. You want to have better grades in school. You want to meal prep. You want to live more healthy. You want to take more steps towards making more money. Whatever it may be, whatever their goals are, say, okay, listen, you have your goals, I have my goals. Excuse me. Let's keep each other accountable. So let's have a call that we can do every single week where I tell you exactly what I want to accomplish. You tell me what you want to accomplish. We're going to meet up again in a week, and we're going to just basically break down exactly what we did or did we accomplish what we said we're going to do? We did? Awesome. Okay, this is what I want to work on this week. And then that person can give you fresh ideas as well, and you can give them fresh ideas, and then you guys can grow together instead of being on this journey alone. Because if you're alone, it makes it so much easier to quit. What I recommend, I got this from the Shark, from the Shark Tank, Damon John. He says to have at least 2 accountability partners, because if it's just 2 of you, yeah, I forgot how he explained it, but have more than one. Okay, I don't really know, but I just know that he said have more than one accountability partner. So I put together this mastermind where there's gonna be like 5 to 7 people in there, where each putting in what we're looking to accomplish, and I'm writing it down, and I say, hey, when we meet next week, and it's not even like a physical meeting. I am using Zoom. It's an app where you can FaceTime. I guess it's like a Skype, where it's like a group Skype call, and I basically run it, say, hey, this is what I'm looking to do. This is the purpose of the mastermind group. It's the purpose is to help us achieve each other's goals. It's to keep us feeling, I guess, more motivated, and it's a positive environment, and its purpose is to network and grow together, so we can get a lot more further along with the help of other people than we would have by ourselves. So at my first mastermind call this last Sunday, so we do a call every single Sunday, and it went really great, and I felt just pumped. I felt excited, but I know that eventually the excitement's going to die down, and then that's when the discipline comes in, and I'm going to have to work on getting shit done even when I don't feel like doing it. So I'm equally excited to have those feelings, because I'm having them already, like with jiu-jitsu. Like, okay, so I'll give you a quick story. Today I woke up at 6 in the morning today, because I have class at 8. On my way to school, there's a lot of traffic, and it's apparent that I'm going to be late for class. And as a matter of fact, I almost even skip out on class entirely. But I say, you know what, I'm just going to fucking do it. Just go out and do it. I'd rather be home sleeping. I'm like, maybe I can go take a nap, and then I'll get ready for jiu-jitsu, and I'll have more energy. But I get to school, and of course I'm late by a couple minutes, and I'm sitting in class, and I just feel so exhausted. I feel so tired. I really want to just walk out and go home and take a nap, and I don't want to do anything. But I stick it through in my class, and then I'm like, so tired. I want to go home, and I want to just go to sleep. And I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go do hot yoga later on anyway. Maybe I can skip this workout. Maybe I can train jiu-jitsu another day. But I say, you know what, like, this is it. This is the time where I'm supposed to go out and do jiu-jitsu. This is the time where I have to go out and do it. This is where I build that discipline muscle. So I go and do it, and I have just a ball. I learned so much. And I got, maybe it's 1%, maybe it's 0.5%, but it's a percent better than if I didn't go. So I not only get better at jiu-jitsu, but also I built that muscle for discipline. And then I was able to reward myself with a nice nap afterwards. And then I went to hot yoga, and I came closer to death than I've ever had before in my life, because that shit was fucking hard. But think about exactly what you're looking to accomplish. Start building that discipline, not listening to your mood all the time, because your mood is not going to be a good indicator whether you should take an action or not. Think about your goals. Think about your outcomes. what is it that you want to accomplish, and go out and do those things no matter how you feel. And have some accountability partners, people that are going to hold you accountable, and actually do it. Like, reach out to people who really do care about their life. You might have one person, you might have two people, or find someone that, if you don't have that either, find maybe people who are younger than you and try to introduce them to this, and sell them on the concept of living a better life, and sell them on the concept of why it's great for you guys to have some kind of accountability group together. Maybe show them this video. I don't know, and hopefully they can get past the fact that I'm sweating so much. But hey, remember, you are the CEO of your life, whether you want to be or not. Okay, we're working on trying to live life on our own terms and live the life that we dreamed of living. It's going to be hard. I'm nobody right now, but I have a good idea as far as what I want to accomplish, and I'm gonna keep fucking pushing until I get there. And you gotta think about this this is the last point I'm gonna make. Time's gonna pass by, okay? Right now, we are the age we are right now. We already had our childhood. We went through middle school. We went through high school. Some of us went to college, and whatever life experiences. Now we are here. We are right now in this moment, and it happened just like that. Before you know it, we're going to be older, we're going to be in our 50s or 60s, and this is when we're going to start evaluating our life. Did we really live the life that we wanted to live, or are we still living in a miserable state? Are we happy with the life that we led? Did we know what we should have done and didn't do it? What held us back? Were we afraid of the social pressures from people that we may love? Were we afraid of failing? Were we afraid of humiliation? Well, I'll tell you what, the one thing that fucking sucks is regret. Do you want to be 60 years old and just looking at your life and regretting it and wishing you can do it over again? At that point, you can't do anything about it. It's the sad truth. So take the time right now to say, hey, I'm willing to put aside my instant gratification, my desire to feel good right now in the moment, for a much, much better future and so much more satisfaction with my life 10, 15 years from now, because you decided to take the action right now and built the habits and discipline to propel that, to keep that going for the rest of your life. Okay? Thank you for watching. And if you want to follow my vlog as well, I go just about my day-to-day life and exactly what I'm doing to build my discipline, and you can see me going through my day. You can follow me at Greg Biscuit. That's my vlog channel, and I plan on uploading a vlog twice a week. Okay, so you can follow exactly what I'm doing to implement my call to action that I'm supposed to do for my accountability group. Hey, thanks for watching, much appreciated, and stay tuned for more.